Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific class. The final home game of the season for one team. It is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
And he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On second down, just keeps firing. Dumps it off in the flats. At the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
You don't have to make things complicated. You seize zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to him after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Back to the air one more time. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That defender did not care that the running back was setting up behind him on a screen. He was just thinking one thing and one thing only. See ball, get ball. He did that.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On third down, he drops to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking him 5 times. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense has the ball for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the option, he pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? On the option. He'll toss it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
This quarterback is having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Take it away. He's got great speed. And there he goes. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. Goes to the option. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
Steps away to find some room. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Splits the uprights. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And, oh, they knock it free. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The run from the shotgun. Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Tolzien.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they were really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Motion from the offense. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Tolzien. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Syracuse doing business in the red zone. They're going to run it. Runs through the tackle.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And it's right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, how big is the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry? They call it simply the game. And here's the final wrap-up. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The first down for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Crosses the 30. All kinds of running room. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
moving away from pressure. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the ball.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys will grabbing it from the 21. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Harbor.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd and short now after that completion. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Throwing right. Got his man. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. grabbed behind the line. It's Tolzien. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go.
Oh, what a grab by the defense.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Rolling. Hand.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Trying to get to him. He's going to run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Orange will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Mullins.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Pound 55 weak.
He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Boyd. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish quarter number 3. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mullins. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Pulls it in. It's Reinbold. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
At the 35, he's got room. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the route is on. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 16 over Wisconsin. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
They're working that left side, and they'll knock him down.
And And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Tolzien. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They keep attacking through the air. He's right on target. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Pound 55 weak.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Unlock.
He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Let's go. Flip it. Check.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He lost one down the sideline. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.